Hello, Commanders fans! Today we have some hot news that you can't miss, so get ready because there's a lot of important information coming. Before we start, we'd like to take the opportunity to subscribe to the channel, activate the bell, and stay up to date with all the news about our Washington Commanders. Don't forget to leave a like, which really strengthens our community and helps bring this content to the most passionate fans of the team. Now, without further ado, let's get straight to today's news. Commanders player named most anticipated debut of 2025 by analyst. The trade for wide receiver Deebo Samuel not only gave the Washington Commanders offense a boost, it also created one of the must-see debuts of the season. In many ways, last offseason was a rebirth for the Washington Commanders. Fueled by managing partner Josh Harris's decision to do a near-clean sweep, the front office and subsequent coaching staffs not only injected new blood into the Commanders organization, but also revived a franchise that had previously been neglected by the rest of the NFL. After a 12-win regular season debut and a solid playoff run, Washington turned this offseason into one focused on quarterback Jayden Daniels. Among the moves aimed at ensuring Daniels is primed for success is the addition of wide receiver Deebo Samuel, the most anticipated newcomer of the season, according to NFL analyst Mark Ross. The Commanders have made it to the NFC Championship game thanks to Jayden Daniels' rookie campaign. They've made several key moves this offseason, including the trade for versatile guard Deebo Samuel, in hopes of getting back to Championship Sunday for a chance at a Super Bowl title. While Samuel has had success under Kyle Shanahan in San Francisco, this will be the best quarterback he's ever played with, along with the best receiver he's ever played with, Terry McLaurin. I'm curious to see how Cliff Kingsbury utilizes Samuel in this offense and how much better the unit will be with Samuel in tow, Ross wrote. Some are concerned about what Samuel will bring to the Commanders' offense, while most remain cautiously optimistic at worst. Those who doubt the impact point to the receiver's reported weight issues last season, as well as his drop-off in production in the years since his career-best 2021 performance. In his final season with the San Francisco 49ers, Samuel caught 51 passes for 670 yards and 3 touchdowns. As a dual-threat guard, he also added 136 rushing yards on 42 attempts, scoring 1 rushing touchdown. While 2024 was indeed a low-production year for Samuel compared to the rest of his seasons, and he ranked outside the top 32 among receivers in yards, the veteran still ranked in the top 40 in yards from scrimmage, which puts him out of the running. Trey Hendrickson's fiery outburst reignites new wave of Commanders trade talks. The Washington Commanders need another prolific edge rusher, at least according to most fans. Adam Peters has taken a more patient approach, relying on last season's standouts and a few veteran free agent additions to guide them in the right direction. That's a big risk, given the higher stakes involved next season. However, the general manager may be considering one more big move before preparations for next season pick up steam, and one player above all others is being eyed for a move to Washington after another heated blowout over his contract negotiations. Trey Hendrickson's situation with the Cincinnati Bengals shows no signs of resolving itself. The All-Pro defensive end wants a new deal with the franchise, having filed a trade request earlier this offseason that was granted. There were reports that both sides were willing to negotiate, but that is no longer the case. Hendrickson's statement to ESPN's Adam Schefter revealed that the Bengals are no longer communicating with the player about an extension, and their frustrations are boiling over if they weren't already. There was no communication between my camp and the organization after the draft. The offers prior to the draft did not reflect the vision we shared and that we were promised last offseason if I continued to play at a high level. The coaches are aware of these previous conversations. Instead of using collaboration to get us to a point where I could be back on the team, they are no longer communicating. The Commanders would benefit greatly from Hendrickson's presence next season. He is one of the most productive pass rushers in the league, bringing elite consistency and a phenomenal work ethic. He would also be a substantial upgrade over anything Washington currently has. As much as Hendrickson could contribute to Washington's playoff push, it's not quite that simple. The Commanders have just 5 draft picks in 2026 after giving up their second and fourth round picks for Laramie Tunsil and Marshawn Lattimore, respectively. They may not have the capital to do so unless Peters is willing to part with his 2027 picks. Hendrickson also wants a new deal. Given the current market and his exceptional numbers, something in the $30 million plus range seems realistic. The Commanders have other people to pay, so it would take some financial maneuvering to pull off such a deal. Commanders consider possible trade with Lions for $53 million defensive tackle. DJ Reader could bolster Washington's defense. Off-season moves are still in full swing, and a new trade rumor could shake up Washington's roster. According to information from journalist Anthony Palacios from Last Word on Sports, the Washington Commanders are considering the possibility of negotiating with the Detroit Lions to acquire experienced defensive tackle DJ Reader, a player valued at $53 million. Washington continues to look for reinforcements for the defensive sector, especially after the departure of veteran Jonathan Allen. The team tried to fill this void by signing Javon Kinlaw, who is coming off his best season in the NFL. He recorded 4.5 sacks in 2024 defending the New York Jets. In addition to Allen, the Commanders have also gotten rid of other important names on defense over the past few years, such as Chase Young. To make matters worse, the team's sack leader in 2024, Dante Fowler Jr., is also no longer on the roster. This further increases the urgency for a player who can make an immediate impact. It is in this context that DJ Reader emerges as a strategic piece. Reader, 30, is one of the most respected players in the NFL when it comes to stopping the running game. Currently with the Detroit Lions, he is entering the final year of his contract, which raises questions about whether he will remain in Michigan. Detroit, for its part, recently selected Ohio State defensive tackle Tyleik Williams in the first round of the draft, which could make Reader a viable trade chip. Financially, the trade could also be viable. Since Reader is in the final year of his contract, the Commanders would not need to give up many picks to get him. It is speculated that a third-day draft pick, 4th to 7th round, would be enough to close the deal. However, there is a risk factor involved. With the player eligible to become a free agent next year, Washington would have to decide whether it's worth investing in someone who could leave the team after just one season. Still, given the current state of the defense and its plans to be competitive in 2025, Reader could be exactly the kind of reinforcement needed to elevate the defensive end.